The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Taken from about the 12.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. On first down, Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Michael Pittman.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
A quick throw into the hands of Rager.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Watson off play action. Escape, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Off the play fake. Watson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And Diggs has it. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
The 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 52.
Boston Scott, his first carry. Nifty move. Fighting through it. He's got space. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown. Philadelphia. Boston Scott, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he's got his big tight end here. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Tua. Ebron caught left side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. A good down to possibly take a shot. And, in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Tua. Open man is Kirk, complete. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Quick slant caught by Kirk. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
They'll try the right side here with White. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
White will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now stands at 13.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off of play action, it's Watson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And out across midfield down to the 45.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's White. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
On first down, Watson. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Gordon on first down. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Reagor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Flush to his right. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
Blankenship's kick is good.
So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. But gutsy call there. He exits the locker room with a lead, tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
This is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rodgers' numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy. And back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson now to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Tua now on first down. Going deep for Diggs. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Colts. Stephon Diggs, 93 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Another run here with Sanders. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Dancing to his left. Left side caught by Diggs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss a
touchdown. That's caught. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have got it on cruise control.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 9. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 49. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On 1st and 10, Watson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Watson. This ball complete to Rager. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Looking to throw. Watson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree.
Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Going right side is White. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 2 now on first down. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover.
Another try after the first down sack. Tua looks for White, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Return and stop here at the 25.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Elliott good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Here's Kareth White on the return.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd down and 8.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now this time, Tua is going to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
On the return is Scott.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Yeah, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Watson looks to throw again. Steps away to his left. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Watson on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Throwing again on second down. Watson. And he's got it.
And the Eagles are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he's across for a touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon. Boy, you ain't got no feet.
And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
It's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and
smile.
shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass,